Hello, everyone. Welcome to Open News. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's see. Today, the man accused of killing Unitedhealthcare CEO has been charged with murder as an act of terrorism. Prosecutors said Tuesday as they worked to bring him to New York court from a Philadelphia jail. Luigi Mangione, already charged with murder in the December 4th killing of Brian Thompson, but the terror allegation is new. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg said Thomas' death on a midtown Manhattan street was a killing that was intended to evoke terror, and we've seen the reaction. Mangione's New York lawyer, Karen Friedman, declined to comment. The shooting also rattled C-suites as wanted posters with other healthcare executive names and faces appeared on New York streets, and some social media users extolled Mangione's deed as payback. The New York Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said Tuesday that any attempt to rationalize this is vile, reckless, and offensive to our deeply held principles of justice. A New York law passed after September 11th attack allows prosecutors to charge crimes as acts of terrorism when they are intended to intimidate or coerce civilian population, influence the politics of a unit of government, or intimidate or coerce and affect the conduct of a unit of government by murder, assassination, or kidnapping. Prosecutors have applied the statute to various contexts, some related to international extremism, but the law was first used against a Bronx gang member after a hail of gunfire killed a 10-year-old girl and paralyzed a man outside a christening party. The state's highest court later said the conduct didn't amount to terrorism, and a retrial produced convictions on other charges. Thompson's killing, Bragg noted, happened early on a workday in an area frequented by commuters, business people, and tourists. This was a frightening, well-planned, targeted murder that was intended to cause shock and attention and intimidation, the district attorney said. After days of intense police searches and publicity, Mangione was spotted December 9th at the McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and arrested. New York police officials have said Mangione was carrying the gun used to kill Thompson, a passport, and various fake IDs, including one that the suspect shooter presented to check into a New York hostel. The 26-year-old was charged with Pennsylvania gun and forgery offenses and locked up there without bail. His Pennsylvania lawyer has questioned the evidence for the forgery charge and the legal grounding for the gun charge. The attorney also has said that Mangione would fight extradition to New York. Mangione has 2 court hearings scheduled for Thursday in Pennsylvania, including an extradition hearing, Bragg noted. Hours after his arrest, the Manhattan District Attorney Office filed paperwork charging him with murder and other offenses. The indictment builds on that paperwork. Investigators' working theory is that Mangione, an Ivy League computer science grad from prominent Maryland family, was propelled by anger at the U.S. healthcare system. A law enforcement bulletin obtained by the Associated Press last week said that when arrested, he was carrying a handwritten letter that called the health insurance companies parasitic and complained about corporate greed. Mangione repeatedly posted on social media about how spinal surgery last year had eased his chronic back pain, encouraging people with similar conditions to speak up for themselves if told they just had to live with it. In a Reddit post in late April, he advised someone with a back problem to seek additional opinions from surgeons and, if necessary, say that the pain made it impossible to work. We live in a capitalist society, Mangione wrote. I found that the medical industry responds to these key words far more urgently than you describing unbearable pain and how it's impacting your quality of life. He was never a Unitedhealthcare client, according to the insurer. Mangione apparently cut himself off from his family and close friends in recent months. His family reported him missing in San Francisco in November. After San Francisco authorities got a tip to their New York counterparts, investigators spoke to Mangione's mother in San Francisco late on December 7th. In that interview, she said it might be something that she could see him doing, New York Police Department Chief of Detective Joseph Kenney said on Tuesday. Before the case, detectives could follow up on the lead. Mangione was arrested, Kenney said. Mangione's relatives have said in a statement that they were shocked and devastated by his arrest. Thompson, who grew up on a farm in Iowa, was trained as an accountant, a married father with 2 high schoolers. He had worked at the giant healthcare group for 20 years and became CEO of its insurance arms in 2021. Really impactful stuff here. So, what this story is saying is that they are adding an allegation of terror. I personally think that when you're going to, just because a certain subsect of the population is particularly afraid, in this case, wealthy CEOs, that doesn't necessarily mean it's terror. So I think this might be more politically motivated. But I would really like to hear what you have to think of it. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the video. It really does help. And I hope you have a wonderful day.